Big news today as the Gators pick up a commitment from a former Alabama commit. Myles Johnson is now part of UF's 2025 recruiting class, and he comes to the Gators at a major position of need. Okay, check this out, guys. He is 6'1", 220 pounds, 4-star linebacker on 247 Sports, 3-star on On3, but we know what they do with recruits for us, right? He was committed to Alabama in October of 2023. That's when he first committed to them. And UF did not let up. We have talked on this channel for over a year about how important it is to continue these relationships with recruits, because with NIL, with the transfer portal, with just the place that we're at in college football right now, anything can happen at any given moment. And I think this is a good example of that. Coach Napier continued to be persistent. They didn't let up on Johnson's recruitment. And in the end, it's paying off. Let's talk a little bit about the athlete that Johnson is. He is a 3-sport athlete. He plays football, runs track, and plays basketball for his school. He is a freak athlete. He runs an 11.15 100 meter as a junior. That is smoking. And I got to tell you, I've talked to some people inside the program who will swear up and down he runs a sub 1100 meter. So fast. And that got me thinking, when was the last time that UF had a linebacker that fast, right? And I think back to the Urban Meyer years when we just had such incredible linebacking core. And honestly, maybe Earl Everett. There's not a lot of people that I can think of that played linebacker that are that fast and have that size. Now, it is tough to get a scouting report on him, a recent one, because he was injured and didn't play football during his junior season. That also probably has something to do with the 3-star rating for On3. I do expect if he has a healthy senior season to see that ranking increase. A lot of schools really like the fact that he played on both sides of the ball. He has made an impact at linebacker and running back. We talk a lot on this channel about why it's beneficial to play both sides of the ball, but in a nutshell, you understand what your opponent is doing, right? And so you can anticipate, and that makes you play your own position better. He is very physical, does not shy away from contact, and he does a really good job of getting into the backfield. He's incredibly disruptive. He is very well-rounded. Like we talked about, he plays multiple other sports, incredibly fast, and he does have some room for development. And again, it's hard to judge him fully because he was injured during his junior season, but UF likes what they see here, and Alabama wanted him. So that's got to carry some weight as well. Coach Napier is really good at identifying talent. I think if you look back over the last 3 years, you can see guys that Florida were early to offer on that maybe seemed like head scratchers at the time or early to take a commitment from. And then by signing day, those guys' stock had just soared. I think that one of his biggest strong suits is identifying talent. Ron Roberts has certainly been around long enough to know when he has landed a good pickup too. And word on the street is that Ron Roberts was Myles Johnson's biggest recruiter. He was the biggest guy in his ear, major part of this decision. And if Ron Roberts likes him and wants him for his linebacker room, that says a lot to me. And again, reminder, he committed in October of 2023 to Alabama. That means he committed to Nick Saban. Nick Saban wanted this guy. It's telling you something. Big, huge shout out to Ron Roberts here, though. From what I've been told, he pretty much exclusively handled this recruitment. I think he has this linebacker room moving in a really good direction. I think he has come into this locker room and really kind of been a father figure, a huge voice of reason, a motivator when necessary, and now a pretty darn good recruiter as well. Really excited to see what this defense looks like with Ron Roberts there to kind of help develop what Florida had started to build last year. This linebacker room continues to improve too. We got another Myles in that room, Myles Graham, Aaron Childs as well, both of those guys in the 2024 class. Then he brought in Pup Howard as a transfer who has 2 years of eligibility left and SEC experience, a guy Florida wanted the first time around. This room has not always been a strength for UF in the recent past. So continuing to improve it is a big deal. That is going to make a difference on the field on Saturdays. And listen, beating Alabama for this recruit tells me something as well, right? We talk about the recruiting battles that are really important for Coach Napier to win. And we talk about the progression of how that happens. Year one, you want to make sure you have a hat on the table. You want those relationships to continue so that if choice A doesn't work out, you are choice B. You want to, moving into years 2 and 3, win some of those battles, if not all, right? It's important to keep kids from your state home. It's important to keep kids that are interested in other SEC programs at UF if you want them. I think this is a huge pickup. Nick Saban wanted Myles Johnson, right? A lot of big programs in this country wanted Myles Johnson. This is a win for Coach Napier. And, again, we talk a lot on this channel about why it's important to be a multi-sport sport athlete. It means you can manage your time well. It means you're versatile. It means that you're intelligent and obviously athletic if you are capable of playing football, of playing basketball, and running track at an exceptional level, I might add. So again, really good pickup here. And Coach Napier is continuing to add talent. And it's impressive that it's happening over the summer because that other programs are saying, hey, this could be his last year, or the product on the field's not going to be good, or whatever negative recruiting is being used. The fact that he is landing these kids consistently before he has put that product out on the field this fall, I think is a feather in his cap. And listen, UF is not anywhere close to done here either. I have heard that there are several kids who are looking to pop at any given moment. And I really do think the 2025 class has the ability to be something special. All in all, a great day for the Gators as they land a 4-star linebacker. Let's talk about the pickup down in the comments and let's celebrate with a bunch of Gator emojis. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And as always, go Gators.